Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Discover Vail. Okay, guys, we're about a month away from fall colors being on full display in the Rockies. Vail, Colorado is one of the best places to see golden aspens. Doesn't that sound lovely? Travel journalist Jennifer Broom, also a friend of the show, joins us live from Vail to share some of the fall fun. And first of all, Jennifer, it's lovely to see you.
It's always great to see you, Rosie.
Lovely to talk about fall, my favorite season right now, and I know it's going to be gorgeous there. So what are some autumnal activities, if you will, that you can do in Vail?
You know, I'm with you. Fall is my favorite season as well. And this is the perfect time as we get into fall, and the golden aspens are putting on such a display. You can go hiking through those golden aspens. So many great hiking trails here. If you're a cyclist, road cycling, mountain biking, this is an incredible golf destination. I know a lot of folks may not necessarily think that, but Vail has incredible golfing here. Paddleboarding, you can still do that. Piney River Ranch, right? Not far, just about a 30-minute drive from downtown Vail. Can take you up there. It's a fun day trip, but there's also so much fun to be had just within Vail Village and Lions Head Village. Vail is a culinary destination. There are Michelin recognized restaurants here, all sorts of great food, cocktails, and fun. And if you just want to get away, relax, do a little yoga, and you want to maybe focus in on do a wellness getaway, fall's a great time for that. You have plenty of options for some spa time here too.
Of course, Colorado really supports everybody being outdoors and having a great time being healthy. Okay, I want to hear about an unusual fall activity if you've got a suggestion.
Oh, this is one of my favorite things that I've ever done here in Vail, and it's hike with a llama. It is so much fun. You get to lead your own llama. Mine was Handy's. I did it with Paragon Guides. They have a phenomenal tour option that they do where you can go and hike with that llama. We went up Pitkin Trail, which that's a great tip, is to go with the guide and you find those secret stashes of golden aspens and fall colors. Just a unique thing to do. And if that's not your thing, if hiking's not your thing, you want to go do kind of an adventure on four wheels. I do also want to tell you that Vail 4x4 Tours has some incredible options to go do some off-roading and enjoy some great colors.
You called the llama event phenomenal. I was thinking in my head, can I say phenomenal? If I could get away with it. How about a free thing to do in Vail, Jennifer?
So one of my favorite spots in Vail is the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. It's just spectacular. It's free. I tend to love to go early morning, kind of to get the gardens to myself. But it's perfect for a little solo time. It's great for kids, so it's a wonderful thing for families to do. And again, it is free to go do that. It is the highest botanic gardens in the United States, and it is the only botanical garden in North America that is dedicated to the conservation and preservation of alpine plant species. So not only is it beautiful, but it is extra special and it's free.
Ooh, I love to hear that. Okay. Any events going on in September? It's right around the corner.
It is jam-packed here all month long with very fun activities. Starting with the first thing is Oktoberfest. And it's not just one weekend, it is 2 weekends here in Vail. It's the 50th anniversary, and it is one of the top Oktoberfest celebrations in the country. So there's that. There's also Vail Concurs that happens mid-September. That kind of spotlights and really celebrates automotive, just cool things in the automotive. You're going to see hot rods, you're going to see vintage cars, you're going to see the modern supercars all on display mid-September here. There is a new festival for the last weekend of September. It is called Artisan Rhapsody, and that's going to blend food, art, fashion, wine, kind of bringing in all of that. So a cool thing. And also you could always go throughout the month of September and listen to some concerts at Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. And then every Sunday through October 5th is the Vail Farmers Market and Artisan Show. And that goes on. It's free to do that too. But it really does come alive on Sunday mornings here.
Well, you've given me a lot of great reasons, Jennifer, but why would you say fall is a great time to visit Vail?
I have 3 simple, easy ones. Number one being you get great deals. Accommodations, you can find some fabulous deals on those accommodations. Fall is the secret season, I feel like, for travel in general. So there's that. There's less crowds, especially if you can sneak away maybe midweek. You'll have very little crowds and really get the place to yourself, which is kind of a nice thing to do. And then thirdly, it's wonderful weather. Incredible. It's nice and cool in the morning where you need the jacket on, but the afternoons are still pleasantly warm. And as you can see, like today, bright blue skies and sunshine. So
Oh,
yeah, the wonderful weather is a big draw too.
I was going to say, you're selling me a picture just where you're standing right there. Jennifer, we thank you for your time.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is the Sitzmark. What a great view. That's Gore Creek right behind me. This hotel is not only one of my favorite hotels in Vail, it's one of my favorite in all of Colorado. So Sitzmark, it's incredible. And this is the view from the penthouse suite. So feeling a little swanky right now.
I was going to say, not too bad, sister. All right, we'll let you enjoy your time. Thank you so much. And guys, to book your fall getaway to Vail, visit discovervail.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Discover Vail. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry and Texas Yes. Each year, Texas Yes selects lots of Title I elementary schools across Texas and supplies every single one of them, K through 5, those students, with a free school supply kit. Thomas J. Henry has been involved with this initiative for a long time now, so he's joining us virtually today to talk about the Texas Yes Box of Dreams program and how it helps students start their school year on the right foot. It's amazing that you've done this work, Thomas. Can you talk to us about how long you've been supporting Texas Yes?
Yeah, about 9 years ago, I came across Texas Yes, and we developed a partnership to provide these school supplies to children. And it's grown, it's taken momentum, and so this is our 9th year of doing it throughout Texas. So it's been a great partnership with Texas Yes.
Absolutely. So important for our kids to feel like they're starting school confidently. And it's schools all across Texas, including a good number here in Austin. Want to ask why it's important for you and your firm to be involved with initiatives like this?
Well, education is the basis for, what we all tend to grow into in terms of jobs and opportunities and vocations. And so at a very early age, having those tools to reinforce education, to at least have an opportunity to have the school supplies available to you is a real good start and foundation for our children to begin the learning process.
What difference do these school supplies make, not only for the students themselves, but for the families who get to receive them?
At this time of the year, a lot of parents are buying school supplies. They're buying clothing. The budgets that are there for families sometimes don't allow for everything to be covered. So school supplies is just something that can help families, of course, and help the child. So if you're wanting to help a school, I think it's a really good nonprofit organization to support. And I think that they do a good job of making sure that the donations and the resources get to the source that needs it. So for the viewing audience, I would say that would be a great resource if they ever wanted to jump in and help 1 or 2 or 3 kids or 10 or 100 or whatever they could do.
So donating money is going to help them a lot. And of course, what you have done, Thomas, is a really, really big deal. And it's wonderful that you've continued to help out. Thank you for helping support our kids here in Texas.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
You can donate too. Learn more right now at texasyesproject.org and learn more about Thomas J. Henry at tjhlaw.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Thomas J. Henry and Texas Yes. Okay, exploring nature in a different way while making birding more accessible and inclusive, that's exactly what the really small museum, ATX, and the Trail Conservancy are highlighting with their newest exhibit, Texas Song Bird Song. Joining us now with details are local artist Juliet Whitsett and Chief Operating Officer, pardon me everybody, Chief Operating Officer, COO of the Trail Conservancy, Frances DeVinny. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Frances, we're starting with you. Just a reminder, if you wouldn't mind too much, about the Trail Conservancy and the fact that you guys do this Tempo on the Trail, which is how you got connected with Juliet.
Absolutely. I'm excited to share it. So the Trail Conservancy is a nonprofit based here in Austin, and we work in partnership with the city of Austin to take care of the Butler Hike and Bike Trail, that 10-mile trail that goes around Lady Bird Lake downtown Austin. So our whole goal is to protect, enhance, and connect the trail. And part of the enhance that we love so much is working also closely with Art in Public Places to create an outdoor museum for a good portion of the year. And it's called Tempo on the Trail, and that's where the really small museum was a part of that in late 24 and early 25, and then we got an extra grant to keep it on the trail, and
Thanks
so we're
to the
so
city.
excited. I know,
Yay.
we're so excited to have her continue to share that art with the public.
Lovely, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Tempo on the Trail in just a moment, but folks are seeing some examples of your really small museum.
It is really small.
Talk to us about this idea, because it was your idea.
Yes, actually it started in my front yard and my friend's front yard as like a grassroots way to bring art to the community. It's kind of fun to be able to walk your dog past an art museum. So from there, we got some funding through Tempo on the Trail and AIPP to bring the museum to the trail. So it's an environmentally focused museum that I invite different artists to have a platform to say something about what they want to say about our environment and our world and where we're going. So it's a pretty special small space.
Absolutely. And you have been, an artist professionally your entire career, but there was an education piece in there too. So you told me that conservation has always been a part of what you do.
Yes. My work, I focus a lot on the endangered and threatened species of Texas, and I do a lot of partnerships with scientists, those who know the most about our most at risk. And that project and my mission really gave me the idea to give more artists a platform to talk about our natural world.
And we have a couple of pictures of bugs. That's part of a recent art exhibit that you've done. But you cover everything, and you told me 90 total
There are
endangered.
roughly 90 endangered species in Texas and about 140 threatened species in Texas alone. So to me, I, even dedicating my life to this, didn't know about that. And so I figured I would share with more people because we need to know more about what we have the ability to save.
Yeah, the ability to save.
Yes.
I love to hear that. And so I do want to talk about, if we can, we're plugging in with the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. That was who you collaborated with for this month's exhibit. So talk to me about Texas on Birdsong.
Oh my gosh. This was a really exceptional partnership. I got to work with Eva Van Houten. She's the music teacher at TSBVI. And she was really interested in the different sounds of nature. And so I actually connected her with a birding expert where they came in and talked with Eva about how to bird by ear.
Bird by ear.
Yes, a lot of
Okay.
times you hear birds before you see them.
Right.
And so for her students, she was just like, this is a fantastic way that we can install something at the museum. She wrote a special song. She taught it with her students, and so they could learn the different bird calls that some of them are right on her campus. And the students really plugged in. It's a beautiful piece, and they also partnered with me to make it fully accessible.
Love it.
We did a 3D QR code that can be identified by touch, as well as some NFC technology that helps the audio piece just start rolling as soon as you touch your phone to it.
Super cool.
Yes.
And I've never thought to identify birds by call before,
Yeah.
but I mean, what a wonderfully inclusive thing.
These students are really getting into it. Eva says that they're...
You've created birders.
I love it.
All right, and Frances, in our last couple minutes, I want to make sure I ask about how, this is a good example of y'all's ongoing commitment to connect art, community, and the environment. So talk to us more about that.
That's right. The trail is more than just a trail. It's an opportunity to really connect with the entire community. And so bringing art to the trail is such an important part of enhancing that experience for every trail user. So we actually are doing Tempo on the Trail again. We have an open call right now for artists to be able to make a pitch to what they would like to present. It's a paid opportunity, which is really great.
That's awesome.
Yes, and we would work closely with those artists that are chosen, and their art will be displayed for the good majority of 2026, starting in February. So we encourage everyone to go onto our website, thetrailconservancy.org, and find the information about the open call for artists there.
Awesome. Okay, and now we're going to talk about the month of September, right around the corner. Here we go. What's up for you?
So September is another platform for young people. I worked with a partnership with the Ann Richards School and the class of 2030. And those students are bringing a display to the Really Small Museum that focuses on our endangered species of Texas.
Very cool.
So everybody had a hand. It's also now an audio piece, what we learned from TSBVI, and accessible.
So cool. Okay, and then just in our last 15 seconds here, Francis, Waterwork coming around the corner.
Waterwork's really exciting. It's in partnership with Design Austin, and we did it last year. We're doing it again in mid-September, and it's where we project on the side of the Sea Home Intake building beautiful art and sound that you can watch either from the water or from across the river. So please go to our website or our social media to learn more about that as well.
I'll tell everybody at home. That sounds
Perfect.
good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
thank you.
immersive. So cool. Thank you both for your time and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, learn more about this collaboration at thetrailconservancy.org or follow along on Instagram at ReallySmallMuseum_ATX. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Pups and Pals Pet Lounge. Big play yards right in the heart of South Austin. Today we're talking about Pups and Pals Pet Lounge, which has 2 locations. It's a Clear the Shelters Hound Hangout for 2025, and owner Dee Dee Lally is here to tell us a little bit more. So Dee Dee, first up, tell us a little bit about Pups and Pals and what it is y'all do.
So we are a dog daycare and overnight boarding facility. We've been open for about 9 years, and we pride ourselves on being, your pup's home away from home. So the dogs come here for doggy daycare. They get to know the place and the staff and play and have fun all day. And then whenever they need to come for overnight boarding, they're used to it. They love it here. It's their happy place. And so we kind of love that combination of having those 2 services and just being that dog's favorite place to be.
Let's talk about safety features, because when you were building this new building, that was top of mind for you.
Yes.
And you're a pet parent yourself, so you understand how important it is for people to feel like their animals are being taken care of.
Right, especially since we offer overnight boarding and we know the pet parents really want to know their dogs are going to be safe. So when we designed this new building, we put in a fire suppression sprinkler system. We are one of the only places in all of Texas that has a fire sprinkler suppression system, as well as we have security cameras.
All right, let's talk about some of the other features, because your AstroTurf here is a really big deal.
Yes, yeah, we have beautiful bright green AstroTurf, but it's not just AstroTurf. It's actually called Canine Grass by Forever Lawn. And this is the highest quality AstroTurf that you can get in a dog daycare. It's completely different from a football field AstroTurf. This is soft on the paws for the pups, and it's ultra drainable. It's 100% permeable, so water and other liquids go right through it. Something I love about our property is that nature that we have. Even though we're centrally located, we have the biggest oak trees and a ton of natural shade.
Having fun with them is so sweet. Okay, so if someone's watching today and they're interested in either doggy daycare or overnight boarding, maybe both, they start with a play day evaluation. So talk to me about that.
Yes, so they will just go online and fill out our registration form. It's super easy, and then we take it from there with scheduling what we call the play day evaluation. It's their dog's first day. It's like a meet and greet, but it's an all-day experience where we get to know the dog.
Oh, it's wonderful. Such a cool thing you offer here, Dee Dee. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Go to pupsandpalspetlounge.com to learn more and register your dog for a play day evaluation today. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Pups and Pals Pet Lounge. Welcome back, everybody. For weddings and babies, there are a few things that are customary, including throwing a shower. But did anyone throw you a shower when you started your business? Heather Trumpfeller and CEO Bryn Carter of What She Said are here to talk about their networking platform, because tools and resources to run a business can be a welcome gift for entrepreneurs. So I want to say hello to Heather first, and then Bryn if y'all want to respond.
Perfect. Well, yes, I am Heather. I'm the community ambassador for What She Said here in Austin. I'm also Rosie's sorority sister, so it's really fun being here on Studio 512 with you. But yes, I've always felt like I was put on this earth to empower and support women. So really excited to be here today to talk about What She Said. But I'll pivot over to Bryn, the CEO and co-founder of the platform.
Go ahead, Bryn.
Yeah, thanks, Heather, and thanks, Rosie, for having us. I am the CEO and co-founder of What She Said. We're a community-driven platform for women and non-binary owned businesses. We're just so excited to talk today about the shower that we're throwing and what's next for us.
Absolutely. I want to know a little bit more, Bryn, if I can, about the sort of resource that you're offering for women and non-binary entrepreneurs. Kind of what hurdles specifically does our group face when getting into business, creating businesses, maintaining businesses, and how you guys are trying to help?
That's a great question. We always like to talk about that when you start your business, there's a lot of things to think about, right? You have to set up an LLC, you have to figure out how you're going to be seen, you have to deal with the noise of the internet. And what we realized is that women-owned SMBs, small to medium-sized businesses, really don't have a place to call home. They don't have a place that they can showcase themselves and get good referrals, because as we know, our referral system is currently a little broken. It's pay to play and it's large conglomerates. So we decided, what if it was just your group of hype humans, we like to call them, the people that use you the most and refer you the most. Those are the people that can be on this app with you, referring you to their whole network. And at the same time, you'll have a platform that you feel safe in, that you can showcase your business, and help support other businesses in the long run as well.
I think that's really cool. And I'd like to bring up an extra point here, Bryn, if I could, is that
Absolutely.
Women have a tendency to diminish, to undercut even our own successes, our own accomplishments, that stuff we worked really hard for, because it's kind of socialized into us. Would you mind touching on that for a minute for me, and how you can probably celebrate yourself on this app and people would support it?
No, Rosie, you're so right in that. I think, unfortunately, as a society, we really tell women to stay small about their accomplishments. Don't celebrate the small wins that you have. Don't brag about it on the internet. But the truth is, women are superwomen, I like to say. We're out here doing all the things. We have a full job and we have a side hustle, or we're a mom and we're working full time. And so it's just understanding that to celebrate every win is a big deal. Big, small, medium, it doesn't matter. It's important that you acknowledge the growth that you have and how far you have gotten. And that's what we do. What She Said, we say, like, listen, if you don't want to hype yourself up, we'll do it for you. We will be your hype woman, let me tell you. So I think it's just an understanding of, like, we're trying to rearrange how we talk about ourselves. We're trying to invite women non-binary in to say, like, hey, we see you, we want to celebrate you all the time, and we think you should do the same.
Oh, I think that's awesome. Okay, so Heather, in that vein, y'all have a biz shower coming up on August 24th. Talk to us about this party, kind of, and the reason for it.
Yeah, so like you said at the beginning, right? My story. I'm not married. I don't have kids. And I'm watching all of these amazing women in my life write books, launch businesses, turn their side hustle to a main hustle, right? Do all these amazing things. Even like all of the women in the segments before us on this show. And entrepreneurs rarely pause to celebrate. So that's what we're doing. And we're making full shower vibes, right? We've rented out the Grand Lady wedding venue in East Austin. When you walk in, you'll grab a gift, you'll grab a mimosa, photo booth, and DJ, content house. And it really is going to be a full celebration. But the fun thing is, as the founder, you pick what you're celebrating that day. Did you write a book? Did you start a business? Did you launch an LLC? Go forth, right? You get to bring what you're celebrating, but you're in a room with 100 other women and non-binary entrepreneurs that are celebrating as well. So the room is going to be hyped. So yes, it really is just a reason to celebrate.
Your hype energy is getting me really excited for this party as well. I can feel how excited you are about it. And so, Bryn, I think it brings up a good point. Do we have to be an entrepreneur currently in order to join? And then kind of what's the ticket situation look like?
Absolutely. We like to say that we're for everyone. Even if you are not a founder, even if you are a corporate girly, we are for you because let's be honest, corporate girlies in my life are some of the best referral networks I know. And so we like to say we're for the founders, we're for the consumers, we're for everybody. We want to be that platform that works for everybody involved. Ticket wise, I know you can go to our website, whatshesaidinc.space, or you can look it up on Instagram, What She Said Inc., and we have links there to the tickets. We do have, because you're watching today, Rosie, and because you're so sweet to let us on, we do have a little code you can put in. It's Batty Bestie. S is a $, to get some money off your ticket today, because we want this to just be a full-blown celebration. So all you founders out there who are looking at this being like, man, you know, I never celebrated that I got 100 followers on Instagram. Man, I never celebrated that I decided to go for it. Come celebrate with us. Even if this was 2 or 3 years ago, come celebrate with us, because we think it's important to acknowledge that you've done work, and that's where the first step lies.
And if you're building your network in the hopes of owning your own business someday, if it's kind of that idea matriculating, I should say, then I think it's a good idea as well. Just a great reason to celebrate and meet some new people. So Heather, in our last minute here, can you just talk to me about how we can get plugged in to What She Said, y'all's network and the Hype Group?
Yes, absolutely. Well, like Bryn mentioned, right, Instagram's a great way. We are currently piloting here in Austin, Kansas City, and Denver. So we have in real life events coming up soon, like a wellness event here in Austin. So our Instagram's a great place. We also have an app coming called Referral, and it's a way to shout out your favorite businesses, right? And so women already do this, right? We ask for referrals, right? You probably get this all the time. Hey, who's your CPA? Where do you get your alterations? Who's your realtor? What coffee shops do you like to go to? And they're based on geography, but also what you're interested in. And these recommendations live in our text threads and they live in our DMs. So What She Said is really a way to consolidate and put the dollars back in women-owned businesses. So find us on the app when we launch that, Instagram, our website there, and come on out Sunday.
Yeah, I love it. Sounds like a ton of fun, and what a wonderful cause. I totally support y'all. Thank you both so much for your time, and I hope the party is an absolute blast. Okay, everybody go to whatshesaidinc.space to learn more about this new referral platform. And a reminder that you can use the code BATTYBESTIE with that $sign to get $25 off the price of the ticket to the Biz Shower. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Kim Eagle with Earn That Body has been a longtime friend of Studio 512, but we're normally discussing her online training and nutrition programs. Today, though, we're talking about something that's still healthy and it's close to her heart. Kim is a gardener. Who knew? Kim, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rosie.
Lovely to see you in your overalls out in the beautiful sunshine. How did you get started with gardening, Kim?
So, about 5 years ago, I just thought, hey, I should maybe try to grow a few things on my own because I'm so passionate about organic food. And I was thinking it would be great if I could grow it myself, then I would be the only one who actually touches it. And I would use no organic pesticide or any pesticide at all. And after I started with just one bed, I got another bed, and just kept growing my garden over time.
You got addicted in a good way.
Yes.
Let's talk about the benefits. What makes growing your own herbs, veggies, fruits, you name it, so great?
Well, for one, like I said, you have a lot of control over who touches it, what is sprayed on it. I mean, there's so many chemicals today in our food that this is the best way to have control. Not to mention that anything you grow, like when I grow in my vertical garden here, it tastes so much better than store-bought. So that is a definite plus. And not to mention that to me, gardening is the best hobby there could be. There's a physical component to it, there's the nutritional benefit, and then there's mental wellness and mental well-being that goes right along with it. And so for me, every day in the garden is just like a mental release and a meditation.
Okay, I want to be you, but that's the thing, is that I don't know where to start. So that's actually what you wanted to talk about today, is you want folks to start a garden, whether it be big or small. So let's get started with the first step. There are a lot of different types of, ways to begin a garden, whether it be in a container or vertical. So talk to me about some of the different options.
Yes, I want everyone to start a garden, and that means it could be as small as something like this. So this is a salad garden that I grew in just a little tin that you can get at any local store. So a salad garden is a great way just to get started and see how you like it. And then if you like that, these vertical gardens are amazing. And anybody can email me. I can send you a link. These I keep right outside my kitchen door. So all my herbs are just right there when I need to get it for cooking. Then you could have a raised bed. And I always recommend start small, just one raised bed. And then eventually you might get to something a little bigger. That's my garden now. That's after 5 years of practicing gardening. But the thing is, start small and then grow over time.
Okay, well, I'm jealous. I can see your beautiful, look at that. It is incredible. But of course, yes, to your point, we want to start small. It's a little overwhelming when we look at it maybe, and we haven't even thought about having a green thumb yet. So let's talk about the things to keep in mind when we're beginning that garden, starting with the sun.
Yeah. So when I had to figure out where are you going to put your garden, whether it's that container, your vertical, or something a little bigger, you want to make sure that spot has 6 to 8 hours of sun a day. You really don't want to put this in the shade. So keeping that in mind when you pick your spot is key.
Not only that, but watering.
Yeah, so, a garden of my size, I had to put irrigation in and bring the water to the garden. But that doesn't have to be the case, but you do need to make sure you have access to water. And it could be as simple as filling up that watering can from a hose. But if there's no irrigation near where you're going to put your garden, I'm telling you now, it's going to go downhill fast.
And Kim, I just took a nice little trip to the Northeast in Maine, and boy, things grew there that do not grow in Texas. So talk to me about how choosy you need to be with the type of plants in order to have success.
Yeah, I think so many people, Rosie, say like, I don't have a green thumb, I can't do it. It's not true. You probably just never grew the right type of plants in the right climate, or maybe even at the right time. So in Austin right now, it's very hot, which means you're not going to grow your typical lettuce right now, which actually doesn't like the heat. You want to stick to things like okra, loofah, the hot pepper plants, things like that love the heat. So just getting a little education, which is what I'm trying to provide people, will help you pick the right plant at the right time.
And there are so many different types of gardens that you offer help with. Talk to us a little bit about the online coaching that you offer.
Yeah, so now I'm helping people start gardens in addition to my fitness and nutrition business, because again, I just want to help people grow their own food because I think it's the most rewarding thing. So if you go to my website, growahealthygarden.com, you can go to the services section. I help coach people, whether you want to start a garden and I can help you sort of plan it and build it, or maybe you just need some coaching on keeping your garden going. Maybe you're having some problems. Whether it's virtual or local, doesn't matter. All I care about is helping people take the first step.
And closing kind of that circle of, our food cycle. I think that's really wonderful. Kim, you will be hearing from me. Thank you so much, my friend. Guys, Kim offers garden coaching and consulting, even if you don't have a ton of space to work with. Learn more about creating the garden of your dreams at growahealthygarden.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore. Hey everybody, we're coming to you from the Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore Lake Creek location today. We're talking about shopping, donating, and the mission of the Restore with store associate Kyle Kasner. Kyle, I know you have a ton of regulars, but the truth is there are some folks here in Central Texas who have never walked through your doors at the Restore before. What can they expect?
Definitely. When you walk in, you can definitely expect the unexpected. There's no telling what's going to come through here. There's no end to the high-end, unique or niche items I've personally seen come through here, whether it's a Gucci handkerchief, some designer plumbing, or antique copper pieces from the 1800s. There's literally no telling what to expect.
So talk to us about the construction materials y'all offer.
Absolutely. So when you walk in, you'll notice that we have brand new butcher block countertops. We have cabinets, doors, and floor. And it's not unexpected to see gently used or even new doors, flooring, tile, or windows.
And we'll talk about some tips for shopping in just another moment or two, but let's talk, if we can, about the mission of the Restore and why coming here and doing that kind of house shopping that we're talking about supports the Restore's mission.
Absolutely. Every donation and every purchase helps fund Austin Habitat for Humanity's work here in Central Texas. That includes building and repairing homes or offering financial education to future homeowners. So when you shop here, you're not just saving money, you're helping build affordable housing and supporting your neighbors the Texas way.
So how can folks donate?
We try to make it really easy to donate. Items can be brought to the store an hour before the store doors close. Otherwise, if you need help with larger items like appliances or furniture, you can go to austinhabitat.org/restore and set up a truck pickup. We're also very fortunate that we have a lot of businesses that like to donate excess inventory, so it's not unusual to find brand new materials from all sorts of companies.
It's the long game you want people to play. Tell me what you mean by that.
It's always best to have your measurements or a list of general items that you're looking for. If you're thinking of an upcoming project, that way you can collect the pieces you like versus just what's affordable for you at the time, and it makes for a really good Restore remodel. What comes through that door, you'll never know, and the moment it does, somebody's gonna be looking.
And at a very good price too, and of course, going back to a great cause. Kyle, thank you so much for your time.
Definitely, I appreciate you. Thank you.
To learn more about the Restore and how your support makes a difference, visit austinhabitat.org/restore. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin.